something that I hear all the time. I hear often. You know what? It's just sad that a lot of people feel this way, and I do wish that whenever I tell you guys this today, that you'll really take it to heart. It's something that's very, very important. A lot of times I hear people say, you know what? I gotta get right. I gotta get things fixed. I gotta make sure that everything's okay. I have to make sure that before I do anything, everything's gonna be perfect, and then I can find religion. And before I can find some religion, before I can find God, I gotta make sure that I get my act together. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I'm doing this. I gotta make sure I'm doing that. Hogwash. That's all I have to say is that's not the way to think. I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but I have to tell you that it's not true. You don't have to wait till you get right. You don't have to wait till everything gets perfect. You don't have to wait till you get enough money. You don't have to wait till you get to read the Bible. You don't have to wait for that. The person on the cross that was right beside Jesus said, you know what, I need to wait till I get right before I talk to Jesus and ask him to forgive me for the things I've done. No, he took the guy just the way as he was. And the guy that was blind in the Bible, and God spit on the sand and rubbed it on his eyes, and when he rubbed it on his eyes, he was able to see. Did the blind man say, oh, you know what, I have to make sure that I clean up, I do this, I do that before God will heal me? No, God took him the way he was. And just like you, God takes you for who you are. He doesn't want you to wait till you get everything right. He doesn't want you to wait till you get enough money. He doesn't want to wait till you read the Bible. He wants to take you as you are. And whenever you learn to drop what you're doing and just go for it. Whenever you go to do something that you like to do, you go to a store that you like to go to, or you're really excited about going somewhere, you'll do it, right? Even if you've never been there, you just go there because, hey, you're just going to do it. That's just like what you should do whenever you go to Christ, because you shouldn't have to wait and say, oh, nah, you know, I'm not right now. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing all this stuff wrong. But to realize that God accepts you for who you are and not what you are. He doesn't look at you as a homeless person. He doesn't look at you as a rich person. He doesn't look at you as a person that has a good job, a person that has a nice car. He looks at you as who you are, who you are on the inside. It doesn't matter what's on the outside. The outside is just the outside. So what if you've done drugs before? So what if you stole something before? So what? Everybody has their faults. Everybody has their nicks, I guess you would say. God takes you for who you are. For who you are. Because he knows what he has planned for you. Some of the best ministers were the worst alcoholics because they've learned from their experiences. They took the adversity that they had in their life and made prosperity out of it. Don't keep on saying, you know what, it just ain't right, man. Things ain't working out right. Look at Zacchaeus in the Bible. He was a tax collector. God took him for who he was. God didn't care if he was rich. Look at John the Baptist. He was poor. God took him the way he was. Look at me. He took me for who I am. And I have so many faults. I have so many bad things. And it just doesn't make sense. I see you, Ian, you're crazy. But just realize that God's always there. God is wanting to take you and have your hands open whenever you want his help. Have your hands open. Don't clench your fist. You can You can grab more with a hand open than with a fist. It makes no sense at all saying I need to wait. I need to get my act together. I need to do this before I can see God. I need to do this before I can become religious. What does religion have anything to do with it? I don't understand that myself. I have to wait. No, I'm not religious enough. No. Religious is just religious. Religious is a name. Religious is I guess you would say, an educational thing. I mean, I don't consider myself religious. By no means. I don't consider myself some great person that knows everything. I consider myself a child of God that's trying to share and give you the gospel too. Try to encourage you, not persuade you, but to encourage you to do better. Because whenever you know Christ and you know what you need to do after you see Christ, then you will understand. Then you will see, oh, you know what? I think I can change this. And I know God can help me with that. Let me do that. I have so many faults. I have so many bad things that I have dealt with. What I still deal with. But God takes me for who I am. Don't get lost in the moment thinking that you're not ever good enough. Don't get lost in the moment thinking, oh, I don't really know much about God, and I don't think He's going to really want me. I mean, I'm not too good. Look at Paul. Before his name was Paul, was Saul. He was a Christian murderer. If you were a Christian, he would kill you. But God has changed his life. He took him for who he is on the inside. He changed his heart. And that's what it means. Because once you find God, then you can work on changing things. Because you know that there's someone there to help you. And that's what Christian folk are about too. People that are children of God, where they're wanting to help you. They're wanting to show you. They're wanting to see that you are succeeding. But it's up to you if you're going to take that one step forward. Don't be afraid. Because if it's easy for you, like I said earlier, if it's easy for you to go to a restaurant that you've never been to that cooks good food and you want to try it, did you have to wait till you you have to wait till you lose like 5 pounds before you walk into the restaurant? You had to make sure that your shoes were tied. You had to make sure that your socks were on right. You had to make sure that every strand of hair is on your head is combed. Did you have to do that whenever you walked in the door? No. You went through it as you were. You didn't have to say, oh, you know what, wait. Oh, wait, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. No. If a friend invites you to go out to eat, and it's like spur of the moment. They say, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that, let's go to this restaurant. Okay. Spur of the moment things. Okay. Let's go do it. You see something on the shelf that you like to get, you're able to afford it, you're able to buy it, and you get it. Do you say, and it's a spur of the moment purchase. Do you say, oh, you know what? I gotta wait now. No, you buy it. Why can't you have that mentality whenever it comes to God? Say, God, you know what? Take me as I am. Help me where you can help me find myself in this moment. Find myself wanting you and wanting to be near you. Find yourself. Don't get lost in the moment. Don't never think you're not good enough. Don't ever think that. When Lazarus, whenever I think it was Lazarus that rose up from the grave, did they have to make sure, oh, you know what, I gotta make sure that Lazarus is all clean, I gotta make sure of this, I gotta make sure of that. No. They went to God just the way he was. The way they were. Just continue. Oh, I gotta talk later. Bye-bye.